Hey guys, it's Diana and I am here today to do the everywhere dress and I am really excited. This is so cute, such a cute little pattern and it's so easy and it has a lot of different little options. Today I'm doing the 3/4 sleeve and I am going to do the rounded bodice top, so I'm excited about that. I am not going to be putting pockets on this one, but I am going to show you how to do the pockets, how to prep them, and then you can go ahead and do them if you would like to. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Now the first thing, I already cut out my pattern and everything's ready, and what I did is I marked where my center is on my bodice, my bottom, and on the top of my bodice right at the center, so that when I open it, and I just did a little notch, that's what I usually do, so when I open it I can see where it's at. And I am going to put that, this is my front, this is my front top because I'm doing the curved hem, and I'm going to put my bodice right on top, right sides together. This is my little bodice, and so I'm going to put it right sides together and I'm put it right on that mark where I marked it, where the center is, and I'm going to pin. And then I'm going to go out to one side and just pin all the way as I go over to the side. And pin. And all the way over. This is so cute and my niece is going to love it. Now, I don't have daughters. I have a son. He doesn't like dresses. So I sew for my nieces. And I actually have 4 of them. So I'm really excited. So I'm going to make this one for them. I might make them all matching ones for Christmas. So, yes. That's who I sew for. So I'm going all the way out. Okay, there it is. Now I'm going to go ahead and sew the raw edges together on my serger. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. And then after I sew my raw edges on the serger, I'm going to do, hold on, my foot goes away. Then I'm going to do the same thing for my back, for the back bodice. Now, the back bodice is not going to be curved as the front. It's just, it's going to be straight, but I'm going to be doing the exact same thing. I'm going to be matching up the sides, the top and the bottom, right sides together, and then so going out to one side and then going out to the other, and then sewing them together. As you can see, this one is put together. I'm going to go ahead and steam it. And I'm going to go ahead and after I steam it, I am also going to top stitch it. Along the edge. You can top stitch, you can choose to top stitch, or you can choose not to top stitch. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and then we'll keep going. So I did the front and I went ahead and top stitched. Now I went ahead and did the back, did the same thing, attached it to the middle, attached it, and then went ahead and serged it together and I top stitched. The next step is we're going to get our shoulders and we're going to put them right sides facing each other, right on top of each other. And we're going to pin at the shoulder seam, matching those 2 shoulder seams, right sides together, and we're going to serge the shoulder seams together. This is the neckline of this one, and the arm seams are a little bit different than some of the other patterns. But that's nothing to be scared about. Right? So I have serged my shoulder seams. They're together. So my dress is pretty much together at the top. How cute is that going to be? So now we're going to move on to our color. Now I have my interfacing. I have my 2 pieces for the color. And I went ahead and already attached my interfacing to the back of one of my pieces. And I'm going to do the same thing as per manual's instructions of my interface. And I'm going to attach it to the wrong side of the fabric. And I'm doing it with steam. You can look at your what your interfacing says to do, how to do it. And just attach that on there. And now I'm gonna go ahead and place them right sides together, my color pieces, right sides together, and pin at the raw edges, right sides together. I'm gonna go ahead and sew those edges. And the reason why we do the interfacing is so that it gives them some stability. So that way when you flip it over on the neck, it keeps it down. It kind of holds it down and gives it a little bit more structure instead of just hanging there. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I am going to place my color around my collar. So make sure that you know which one's the front and which one's the back. Obviously the smaller one is going to be my back, and I'm going to put it right sides together. I'll meet it right here at the seams, the side seams. And then you can meet it everywhere else as well. Meet it this way because we're gonna sew over it, and then I want to match up all my sides, all my raw edges. So I'm matching up my raw edges together of my interfacing and my neck of my dress. And you're facing right sides together. Almost there. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and sew around the neck. So I'm going to sew that on to my neck, making sure I don't catch everything else that's on there. Just the two sides. Make sure that it's nice and straight, and it's not, like I said, attaching something else on there. It's not like grabbing the under fabric or some other part of the fabric that you don't want in there. And I'm making sure that I catch my two fabrics as I'm doing it. Almost there. Alright. Now I want it to lay nice and straight. So since I want it to lay nice and straight, after I unpin it, I'm going to, with my scissors, I'm gonna nip at it just a tiny bit so it will lay nicely. So I'm just making like little snips around the color where the bulk of the fabric is. So when I flip it over, it has a nice flat, it lays nice and flat. But when you're doing this, you need to be very careful that you don't cut the threads off. If you do cut the threads off, then go ahead and just sew right over it, and that's fine. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then we're going to flip it over and keep going. Alright guys, I've made little snips all over my collar. So now I'm going to go ahead and flip it under, flip it into my dress. So you can't see that seam. The seam will be hidden. And I'm going to steam it. after I steam it all the way around, oh, that's hot. I'm going to go ahead and go in and top stitch. So go ahead and top stitch around that raw edge. Not raw, it's not raw anymore. Top stitch around that top edge all the way around to keep the band from lifting up and coming up. So you're just top stitch around the edge. So I'm going to go ahead and do that on my cover stitch, and then we'll come back to do the rest. Hey guys, so I've got my sleeve here, and what you're going to do is to put the sleeve together, you're going to put the top of the sleeve, attach it to the bottom of the sleeve. So I have my sleeve folded in half. This is the bottom of my sleeve, and I'm going to mark the bottom of my sleeve, and then I am going to mark the top of my sleeve, well, the bottom of my other sleeve. And that way you can open it up and know where right sides together, where the sleeve goes. There's the center, and then we go out to one side, and then we go out to the other side, and we go ahead and sew those together. That is how you sew the top and the bottom sleeve together. And I'm going to go ahead and serge it on just the top. And then if you want to, after you steam it, you can go ahead and top stitch the sleeve or not, and then we'll put it in there inside the sleeve. And after you attach the sleeve together at the top where the seam is, right there, and you top stitched, if you did that, I'm going to go ahead and flip it right sides together, and I am going to serge this sides together right here so that I have my sleeve. Like I said, this sleeve is a little bit different. It's inset, but than some of the other patterns. So I put it together first, and then I'll go ahead and put it inside my dress. So here's my sleeve all put together, ready to go in my dress. So now that I have top stitched my color together, I'm going to go ahead and turn my dress and sew my sides. So I'll start at the seam right here and make sure I meet where my shoulders are going to be. Right here at the armsicle area, we'll meet them right there, and we'll go all the way down. We're not attaching the sleeve together yet, so we're going to attach the sides first, and then we're going to inset the sleeve. So I'm going all the way down my side and pinning my sides together so I can sew my sides. Right sides together. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Right sides together. Sewing my sides. And guys, we're almost done. This is such a quick and easy dress. And it is super cute. Super cute. Super duper cute. Can't wait. My nieces are going to be so excited when I get them their dresses. Yes. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and sew the right side, the raw edges of the sides together, making sure that I catch all my edges. All the way. What did I do with my little scissors? Do you see them? I sure don't. Always do this. Where are they, guys? We'll just have him cut it. Okay, now we're going to go to the other side and do the same thing. Sew the sides. Are you as messy as I am when you're sewing? I don't know. Everything goes everywhere. Pins go all over the floor. Scissors. I go through like 5 pairs of scissors while I'm sewing. Because I place them in different places and then I find them later and I'm like, oh, well, there they are. A lot of times I just drop my pins and let them fall to the ground. The bad thing is I sew barefooted most of the time, so that's not good with pins all over the place. Okay, so we're sewing this side up. And after the sides are sewn up, we're going to inset the sleeves. So I'm going to turn my dress. Actually, I'm going to leave my dress like this. And here comes my sleeve, right side out. There they are. They were hiding. And I'm going to fit my sleeve right in my dress. And I am going to match where my underarm seam is. And I'm going to match that those 2 seams together right here where the underside is. And I did an opposite effect on my sleeve. Instead of following the I didn't put the 2 color blocks together. I went the opposite, so I'm just gonna meet it. They don't match, the colors don't match because I did the opposite, but I'm gonna meet right here at the seam where the arm is so that they still match, as in like they match together, but they're really not the same. Oh, one thing I forgot to do is match the 2 seams together of the sleeve and find the top of your sleeve and mark it. Sorry. Because when you go to put your on your shoulder, you want to make sure you're matching the right spot to the top of your shoulder. Yes, so you meet the 2 sides of the sleeve together, the seams, and then you find your top, and that's where you pin up here, and then again you pin right where the seam is on the side. Okay, so now my whole sleeve is already pinned on. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and sew that on. And I want to make sure that all my seams are matching. All my seams should be matching at the points. And I'm going to sew it together. All the way around. Making sure those sleeves match and making sure I'm catching the right fabrics. I don't want to catch all my sleeves sides. I just want to match this part that I'm supposed to be sewing on, because sometimes if I'm not careful, the fabric will slip under and I end up notching it, and that is the most aggravating thing. You end up eating a different part of your fabric that you know you're not supposed to eat. So aggravating. So I'm just making sure that it's all the right fabric that is supposed to go under the machine. And I'm going around. Again, matching the seams. Okay, the inside of your sleeve should look just like this, where they match at the seams right there and right here and then at the bottom, so that when I turn it, my sleeve is on. So you see how I did that one the different way, the color blocking. I wanted it to have like a little bit of a look of like having a cap, so that's why I did it that way, but they all match. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing to my other sleeve, and then we'll go ahead and finish up our dress. Alright guys, so I am done with my dress. I attached my other sleeve and it's basically done now. All I have to do is go ahead and hem, and I'll fold over half an inch, up half an inch, and I steam, pin, and hem, so I'll do that. I am not doing the pocket, but if you are doing the pocket, all you have to do is you have your piece, fabric cut out. You put the interfacing on one of the sides right on top, and you put it on like you would per instructions on your interfacing. You would stitch all the way around the shape, leaving a little gap unstitched, so you can flip it. You would clip the corners, you would flip it around, steam it, turn the edges in, and sew at the edge so that your heart is put together. And then on the pattern piece, it is so awesome. On the pattern piece, it gives you the position where you're going to put the pocket. So you would put your pattern piece right on top of your dress and mark the spots that it gives you where the pockets go. Then you would attach the pocket to the dress and just sew it on. It is super easy, guys, and it is so cute. But I chose not to do pockets. My little niece does not like pockets, so I chose not to do pockets on this one. But look at how cute it turned out and how quick it was. I hope you guys enjoyed the sew along. Please let me know if you have any questions or comments on the comments below. I love when you watch and like, so please like. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to our channel so you can see all the new things that we have. Once you make your beautiful dresses, please post them on our Facebook or our Instagram account on Ellie and Mac, and we love to see your creations. Well, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you next time on the next sew along. Bye!